What's going on, ladies and gents? Mike the Machine here at the Gates, and welcome to Yokeville. Today we're going to talk about how to get a big freaking neck. My foundation program, how to start. Covered this many times in the past, and people just say it's a bunch of bull crap. And you know, most people aren't going to follow through with what I did anyway, but I can only tell you how I started, how I built a 20-inch neck, which is not 20 inches now, it's about 19. But when I was a kid, 13 years old, came from a horrible childhood. Beaten, starved by my mom's second husband. Was in and out of counseling, talking to a bunch of white coats, like the color of this, right? All these shrinks with a bunch of freaking initials after their name, have me looking freaking ink spots. What does this look like? What's this make you think of? So on and so forth. I did that from the age of 7 years old all the way up to 13. 13 years old, did a real bad thing, hurt myself, ended up in a psych ward. Child development unit is what the professional, politically correct name is, child development unit. It's a psych ward for kids in a padded room where the nurses and the staff could control the blinds inside the window. Boom. So, at that time, when I got out, was there for almost a month. Kids, as you know, can be real freaking bad, right? Real pick on you, bullies, you know. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me, all that kind of trash. As many of you might not even heard that before, because now we've become such a freaking weak society, but I don't want to get on a rant. So my mom's second husband, he was a police officer. So not only was I having problems with that freaking jabroni, I was also a piece of crap. I was also having problems with kids. So I was being ragdolled, folded up like dirty laundry, picked on, the whole 9 yards. So I decided I wanted to have a neck, as I said in other videos, as a cross between Mike Tyson and Bruno Sammartino. Bruno Sammartino was a professional wrestler, very famous in the 60s, 70s, kind of into the early 80s, when professional wrestling was still, it was, gimmicky, but it also still had, Bruno carried it with some class and character to try to represent it as a contest, even though we all know it was not. Anyways, I couldn't be like Bruno because I was built like this, like a pipe cleaner, like a freaking pencil neck posse, and I also couldn't be built like Mike Tyson, but I went on a mission to build my neck. Now, here's the thing. Unlike today where there's internet and all sorts of information and misinformation, there was nobody around telling me what to do. All I know is I started boxing first. My mother got me into amateur boxing in Framingham, Massachusetts, with a gentleman named Kennedy Clark, and also Natick, Massachusetts, with a gentleman named Billy Rocky Smith. That's where I first started. I had no amateur fights underneath either one of them because I was a complete freaking wimp-ass yellow puss cake. But I started working my neck. What did I do? For some odd reason, I decided I was going to do 100 freaking reps of neck curls. Why did I pick neck curls? I didn't have a neck harness. That's number one. Number two, where we lived in these townhouses, there was a gym. There was an in-ground pool and there was a gym. By no means did my mother have any kind of freaking lot of money. But at the time, this was affordable, kind of luxury for us, as you'd say. And there was a little gym off to the side of the pool. That's where I met. If you don't know who, look up Jeff Martone and Tommy Martone. Jeff Martone became Kettlebell King. Very, very well known as a tactical athlete. And became friends with him about, 2 weeks after I got out of the hospital, the psych ward. Anyways, I'm just going to give you some background context of the story. I picked 100 reps. Why did I do that? There was two 2.5 pound plates, there was 5 pound plates, 10 pound plates, a little bit of weights. They might have even had 45s, I don't remember at the time. So I went on a mission. I laid on the bench, put a freaking scully cap on my head like a winter hat, 'cause I lived in New England, winters were hard. Put it on my head and I started trying to do 100 reps. Could I do 100 reps at first? Hell no. All I know is when you first start doing your neck, you're going to get so much lactic acid built up, your neck's going to be all sore throughout your front of your windpipe, you're not going to be able to turn your freaking head, and it's going to feel like you did something and you hurt yourself. So I went on a mission. I kept plugging away every day, rinse and repeat over and over, kept that vibration high, ebb and flow, back and forth, rinse and repeat, 100 freaking reps every freaking day. I weighed about $130 soaking wet. And I had a weird looking pipe cleaner haircut and a big goofy ass ears like I still got today. I'll give you a hint though, these ears are actually for a purpose. They're called handlebars, but that's for a whole nother video. Look back at my How to Be a Lover video. I'll put that link down here too. So, the neck never gets tired, ladies and gentlemen. So anyways, then I bumped that up to want to do 3 sets of 100. And I did. And I did that from 13 years old all the way up till I was 20 freaking 2. I didn't get a neck harness to start doing the rear of my neck until sophomore year, freshman year in high school. So all that time, from 13 years old to, I don't know, what is that, 16 or something? I don't know how old you are. I don't remember. I'm freaking almost 51. I'm just saying, built my neck doing 3 sets of 100 reps. Everybody says, oh, well, you got to go slow and squeeze. That's what the science people say. That's what the people with all the initials after their name, but they got no skin in the game say, right? I have skin in the game. I can tell you I built it. You know what I did? I ate a bunch of crap back then. I didn't know anything about nutrition. My whole goal was to have a neck so thick that I couldn't keep getting dominated. As I got into boxing, and my mom got me into amateur wrestling because we had wrestling in our high school. So I wanted to have a strong neck because I also read, I want to say it was Carl Gotch, and there was an old muscle magazine. I had a lot of muscle magazines, and there was a thing from him. You could probably find it online where the head goes, the body follows. So I figured, well, I'm getting freaking ragdoll folded like dirty laundry. If I build my neck up, I won't get dominated all the time on the mat. I thought. Little did I know that skills come into play, conditioning, whole 9 yards, right? So I did 3 sets of 100 every day, back and forth. I ate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Again, my mom didn't have a lot of money. I ate waffles. I ate ice cream. I drank whole milk. I had mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, pizza. At that time, because you got to think something, like right now, I'm lean. I'm 184 pounds. You're only going to build so much thickness if you don't have a lot of fat to you. You can only build so much muscle within your genetic potential, right? I do pull-ups up the wazoo, but yet my lats are wide, but it's not like they're sticking out to here, right? I don't do any performance enhancement drugs, never have. So you're only going to build so much. So if you want to get a thicker, bigger neck, you do have to increase your calories. Calories in, calories out, all that kind of trash, right? You got to go on a weight gain plan. So that's what I did. 3 sets of 100 every freaking day. Didn't miss. Built the neck. Side neck work did not come into play till I was about 22, 23. After I got out of the Marine Corps, when I started my submission grappling competitive career. So there you go. 3 sets of 100 every freaking day. Started with a 2.5 pound plate. When that got easy for 3 sets of 100, went to a 5 pound plate. That got easy for 3 sets of 100, went to a 10 pound plate because they had that. When that got easy, bumped up to 2 10 pound plates together. I didn't go to a 10 and a 5 because it was kind of difficult to hold in your hands because the 5 would slip. Got up to a 25 pound plate, then a 35 pound plate, then a 45 pound plate. I stayed with that 45 pound plate for many, many years. Eventually I got to the point where I could do 90 pounds, which would slip and slide, but I could hold that, did 100 reps. Then I got up to doing 200, I hit a 200 pounds because at the gym here where I live in Kentucky, when I'm off the mountain, they had 200 pound plates and I duct taped at the commercial gym I was at. This was back in 2007, 2008, before I started my business, and I could hold it. And I got like 70 something straight. I didn't get 100. It's pretty nasty doing 200 pounds. I don't believe that I did. I don't remember. But anyway, there you go. That's my foundation program. Want to give it a shot? Cool. Right there. How to build a big freaking neck with Mike the Machine, the OG of freaking neck training. If you want to get some further help with that, you want to upgrade, level up, DM me, right? It's on an online training tribe. So you can reach me at nextzilla74@gmail.com. Also, look for my website, hopefully coming soon. I'm still waiting. www.mikemachinebruce.com. So always stay on the sheep, bow on the sheep stand, own your freaking day, and work till them demons are off your freaking shoulder. Ciao.